Finally got a new mic, so hopefully you guys can hear me a little bit clearer. I still need to get a stand, but either way, it doesn't really matter because we are in the dark. Oh, all right. So weird. Okay. Anyways, I don't know what just happened, but it got locked. All right. What up, OPM? You're down with OP? I'm thinking OPP. OBE. You down with OBE? Yeah, you know me. What up? All right. All right. So I'm going to read really quick. All right. I'm good. How are you? I'm good. I'm good. All right. So let me read this real quick. Oh, this is about honesty. So someone here's a motherfucking lie. I don't want to say you, but I'm just saying. This is about honesty. This is about being honest. This is about it's crazy because there was a page in here that just fell out of my book that says the honesty that God demands, and then right behind that it says be honest. It says right here, God must surely sometimes become very tired of all the excess that we offer him for the neglect of our spiritual lives. Some of the I'm sorry, did I say excess excuses? I'm sorry, for the excuses that we offer him for the neglect of our spiritual lives. And it says some of the excuses are so clumsy that we would not even offer them to a friend. Social events take preference over worship. Laziness is often called relaxation. Useless Uselessly running around in the name of God takes the place of becoming quiet before Him. It is easier to be active for the Master than to become quiet before Him and to learn His will. Now, this is funny because I was just having a conversation today, actually, with somebody about procrastination. We were talking about, different phases I feel personally in my life, okay, that have taken place where I just feel like I'm spiritually not in the same place I was 2 years ago. I'm spiritually not in the same headspace I was even 6 months ago. Okay. What up, Shine? And it's like, that person that I was talking to today, and it's like, I'm not judging anyone. Okay. But they're in a phase that I was in maybe about 2 years ago. And I'm not judging them for it, but I just don't want to do the things that they're doing right now. You know what I mean? So it's like, as far as being super social, like I don't mind being social. I don't mind going out. However, if it's not productive, if it isn't business, if this isn't self-care, spiritual care, I'm not interested. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, it's like being honest with yourself for a minute. Like, okay, wait a minute. What are we doing? Is this worth our time? Is this worth my time? Um, And I just kind of feel like, be honest with yourself. This is also about being honest with ourselves. Like, okay, what are we really doing right now? Like, they were sharing that a friend of theirs at work had like introduced them into a dating app, right? And so I kind of thought, well, what's the point of going on that when you're not even really interested, you're not even ready, and you're kind of just, it's almost like passing by the time and like wasting time with like a distraction. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, so what's the fucking point? Are you going to fuck this person? Are you going to now create a soul tie, a karmic soul tie? Because you know damn well, you know what I'm saying? And I've been there, done that. So it's like, I'm already seeing where this is headed. And then lately, it's like, I'm seeing the things I'm seeing things from another perspective at this point, and I'm around, or not around, but I want to say been in touch here and there with certain people that I'm seeing what's going on, but they're not seeing it, or it's like they just don't want to see it. And I'm like really like just to myself, I guess, at this point, because I'm focused on other things. So, anyways, like these messages or coming on this little like tarot podcast, whatever the case is that you guys want to call it. But I feel like these messages are kind of important to our spiritual growth, and it's always like food for thought before I do a reading. I just kind of like to talk about certain things, but I just find it funny on the energy that I do pick up on already. And then not only that, but the energy of the people that I'm in contact with or that I speak to, or even people that I don't even know, and it just kind of pertains to this. So it's obviously this is like a word, in itself. And it says right here, it's easier, or I'm sorry, it says when you are involved with God, it is necessary to be completely honest with him. He knows the true reasons for your spiritual neglect, and why then would you try to hide anything from him? And it says when you are honest with God, this is also about somebody even like repenting or just praying about the things that they've done wrong in private to themselves, between them and God. It's like releasing and letting go. That's a lot of energy that I'm picking up as well, is like releasing and letting go, even for myself, releasing the things that need to be released and just letting it go, even if it did happen so long ago, even if, you know, somebody is being haunted by the past for things they did to you. They need to let it go. This is collective. This is hitting people on so many different levels. It's like they're not even realizing it. Or maybe, people don't realize that. Okay. But whether you're playing this karmic character, or a villain in somebody's life, or you're the person that you see as the divine, feminine, masculine, whatever in these reads, or just whatever you want to call yourself, it's like even those people are needing to release shit. Even those people are needing to be honest with themselves. I feel like everybody does to some extent or to some degree. So, running around, it's like, what are we doing right now in our lives that we need to be honest with ourselves? Like, all right, is this really where we need to be at right now? Where are we neglecting ourselves? Your spiritual health, your mental health, your physical health, that shit all has to do like kind of like wrapped up in one. So I feel like it is important to be honest with yourself, talk to God, find that quiet space. Like, all right, if I'm gonna waste time, doing this on a dating app, or if I'm gonna waste time, doing something that is probably like more of a shadow aspect of myself or yourself, why not do some shadow work? Why not do some shadow work? And that also involves being honest with yourself, because you're having to see the things that you're hiding, that you don't really want to even express. For some of you, I feel like even just not even wanting to talk to God at all because you feel ashamed, or even just with your higher self. You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't even want to admit the things that you've done to yourself. Okay, or the things that you're doing to yourself. Is like, yeah, I really did fuck up. Yeah, I really did fucking this. Yeah, I am fucking wasting time. Like, what am I doing? So I feel like too, this is also about awareness. This is also with this Virgo and full moon. What is Virgo, right? It's like, think about Virgo, right? And those things. Now, I have Virgo in the South Node. So for me, Virgo things and like, where it's at in my chart, it's very comfortable for me. And it's like, I'm seeing that. So I recognize that. So it's like, once you're aware of shit, that's like half the battle, you guys. And it's like, once you become aware of things, you can't really go back to sleep once you're woke. And so this also is part of spiritual growth, is like awareness, releasing shit, letting go of shit. Um, I found myself getting emotional, right? And I was like, damn, like, why am I emotional for these things? Because these are things that I need to release and let go. Um, very sensitive, very like, even like I had like got teary eyed like listening to certain things, or watching a movie. You know what I mean? Like, and I was like, oh my God, what movie were we watching earlier? Even my daughter was like, oh my God, oh, we were watching Fried Green Tomatoes. And so if you guys have ever seen that movie, Fried Green Tomatoes, so we're watching Fried Green Tomatoes, and she's talking about herself, and she's talking about these stories and things like that. And of course, you know, what's her name in the movie? It's like this one character, it's like she's learning how to stand up for herself. And so, you know, yeah, she starts learning how to like stand up for herself, pour love into herself instead of pouring so much love into her marriage. Um, there was another character where it's like she was very badly abused. Um, and then there's one character where it's like she's always standing up for like what's right, what's just. So anyways, whatever, go see that movie. But even watching that was like, oh my God, like, you know what I mean? Like, I got all teary-eyed. But it's like, you can kind of start seeing yourself in everybody. Even just here, it's like seeing people, um almost like being relatable. I feel like to everybody, whether you're a karmic or not. It's like these are just things I feel like collectively that people, they forget, like how connected in fact everything is, how connected we are in like energy, and just how big of a role we all play and share in each other's lives, moving forward. But this also comes down to stop making excuses. Like, you have to come, there's a point where it's like, I don't care how much you want to bullshit, you want to lie, you want to wear a mask. You're going to have to be real with yourself. You're going to have to take accountability of being lazy, or the shit that you've done, and why you're here where you're at now, or why you did what you did then. And, it says right here, when you are honest with God, right? It says, two things happen in your life. It says you open up the channel between you and him that had been blocked for so long by hypocrisy, false excuses, laziness, and other spiritual obstacles. It says you ask for forgiveness and experience the feeling of freedom that only God can give you. It's so true. A feeling that makes you spiritually sensitive so that you may grow in love once again. A healthy spiritual experience and a healthy spirit is based on faith and not on feelings, okay? Nevertheless, a feeling of great joy will fill your spirit if you are honest with God and honest with yourself. It says once you have broken through the obstacle of shame that separates you from him, it says you will increasingly experience a sensitive or a sense of unity with God. And it says honesty is the first chapter of the book of wisdom. All right. And this also has to do with people being stuck. I feel like as well, like people get stuck, right? In memories, okay, or things that need to be addressed. Okay, a lot of times it's almost like people don't want to address certain memories, certain things that have taken place. Um, and these are things that are like deep rooted. So if things are coming up, thoughts, situations, whatever the case is, it's because you need to deal with them. By you putting a band-aid over it, trying to attach yourself to codependency relationships, codependent situations, codependent, circumstances, whatever the case is, right? And what are those? What does that mean? By needing to have somebody to almost like kind of go down with you, right? Almost like having a partner, um to also almost like misery loves company, if that makes sense. And it's like sometimes you just got to be miserable by yourself and be honest with yourself for a minute, or just sit in that shadow self of yours and just kind of feel through whatever it is and release it and let it go. But all of this stems from being honest and having that relationship, with your higher power, God, whoever, and even just yourself. Okay. And I opened up another one. It says, trust me in all of your thoughts. Okay. It says, I know that some thoughts are unconscious and some are semi-conscious. And it says, and I do not hold you responsible for those. It says, but you can direct conscious thoughts much more than you can realize. Practice thinking in certain ways, trusting in God, thanking God, and those thoughts become more natural, okay? And you will reject negative or lustful thoughts as soon as you become aware of them. So didn't I just say a little while ago about being aware of things? Once you're aware of shit, you're able to have more self-control. And you're going to want to control yourself versus trying to control other situations in order to mask um, the dishonesty or the lies, or trying to brush it under the rug, or not, being triggered. A lot of people are being triggered right now because they're being forced to heal a lot of wounds, or that's the whole point of having those triggers. Okay. So it's like, if you listen to what I'm saying, it's like everything kind of ties in together. And so it says reject negative or lustful thoughts as soon as you become aware of them. It says don't try to hide them from God, right? And this is also, what was I just reading? It was about, you being honest with God, not trying to hide, because obviously God already sees everything. Spiritually, we already see everything. Energy doesn't lie. These things come out in the readings, and it's like, you might think that you're hiding who you are physically, but spiritually, we know who you are. You know what I'm saying? It's like, especially people that can read energy, it's like, just be honest. You know what I mean? And it's like, don't try to hide from God. Confess. Okay, what did I just say earlier? This is also about repentance. Okay, and trying to repent, or please repent, whatever it is that is bothering you, because there's no amount of drugs, there is no amount of situations, there's no amount of sex, there's no amount of anything that's going to please the flesh, that's going to pretty much lighten the load on a heavy heart. Okay, it's only going to temporarily mask them, and it's just a bunch of bullshit. Then what happens? We start making excuses on why we're not, doing what we're supposed to be doing. Why we're lazy, why this, why that. Oh, I'm so tired. Why the fuck are you tired, bitch? Why are you tired? Someone's probably like, because I work, bitch. um because you got like 3 jobs and shit. Yeah, but at the same time, still, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, really trying to even sometimes even using work as an excuse. You know what I'm saying? I used to do that shit all the time. I would overly work myself to the point where I wasn't paying attention to shit around me, because I wanted to escape my fucking reality. So I would just bury myself in fucking work. And I wasn't paying attention to the shit that I needed to fucking pay attention to. So the enemy will come in and distract you from doing this kind of shit. Oh, well, I gotta work. Oh, I gotta this. No, you fucking don't. Yeah, I get it. You gotta pay bills and shit like that. But either way, like, if you want something, it's like God's gonna give it to you. If you really want to make that time to fix yourself, heal, whatever, find the answers you need to find in order to have peace in your life, in your heart, in your mind, in your soul. Because somebody here is just hella restless. And it's like, look, it says right here, go on your way lightheartedly. This method of controlling your thoughts will keep your mind in my presence and your feet on my path of peace. So it's like, to have this peace in your life, it's like, you're going to really need to establish that relationship with God. And in order to have that relationship with God, you need to be honest. And in order for you to be honest, that also means you can't be ashamed. You can't be trying to hide the shit that you're really doing. And, it's like, somebody here just cannot run anymore. Somebody here just cannot hide anymore. And they've been doing it for a long time. And it's like, you're not fooling anybody but yourself. Okay. So I think I was talking to you guys last time about the Four Agreements book. Okay, so I'm going to recommend that. I did post it on the community, but I cleaned up that part on my page. So anyways, if you guys do want to get this, oh shit, you guys can't even see. It's called a Toltec wisdom book, The Four Agreements, and this is by Don Miguel Ruiz. I feel like somebody here likes to read, but nobody knows. Like, you hide the fact that you like to read. You hide the fact that you like to read, but you do like to read. Somebody here is going to read this book. It's like you are going to read this book. But anyways, they actually made the 4 agreements. Miguel Ruiz also makes oracle cards. So he made a deck from the 4 agreements, right? And the 4 agreements is about you. And I feel like it's important for us to establish a relationship with ourselves, because then we can cancel out the noise, cancel out the energy of other people's energies, and kind of clear. It's kind of like cleaning your house, right? When you're cleaning yourself spiritually from energies. And I feel like once you do that, you're able to focus on yourself. And when you're able to focus on yourself, you're also able to establish that relationship with God that you need. But somebody here is just very codependent to other people's energies and things, and they, find excuses and distractions on purpose. It's like those days are done. It says right here, don't make assumptions. Learn to ask questions. And it has a goose floating in a water. Or I think this is a swan. Sorry, not a goose. I don't know. Anyway, no, it is. It's a swan. Sorry, the neck is really long. It says, it is always better to ask questions than to make assumptions. Have the courage to ask questions until you are as clear as you can be. Once you hear the answer to a question, you won't have to make assumptions because you will know the truth. So truth, honesty. Like, do you see where this is going? Like, I'm telling you now, and it's like, this is about you not making assumptions. This is about you asking God, asking your spiritual team, and actually stop missing the goddamn signs, because I feel like somebody here is missing the damn signs. You've missed the damn signs for years. I don't know who the fuck I'm talking to, but this is the karmic energy I'm talking to. You've missed the signs for years. It's time to stop missing the signs. And the reason why you're missing the signs, and it's almost like you're making the excuse, like when God's showing you something, it's almost like as though you flat out ignore it. God has given you so many, yeah. Anyways, whatever. All right, let's go. Next card. Communicate with clarity. Don't make assumptions once again. Communicate with others as clearly as you can to avoid misunderstanding, sadness, and drama. If all humans would communicate with impeccability of the word, all of our relationships would change. There would be no wars, no violence, no misunderstandings. So the reason I kind of laugh at this is because it's because it's so silly. And you know what's crazy is that there's been a lack of communication, and because of this lack of communication, it's created a lot of problems. Okay, and both these cards are waters. So like on this card, there's a swan, which is reminding me of the ugly duckling, and then the other one is also a lighthouse, but it's a person, and they have this light, and they're a lighthouse. It's like a person made into a lighthouse, and they're on the water. And so it's almost like somebody here assumed that because you were like this ugly duckling, it's like you were outcasted, right? And it's like, or people wanted you to be outcast, but in fact you were like this beautiful swan, and people have watched you blossom or watched you grow. Or it's like you've been doing this to somebody else. You've been watching somebody be this ugly duckling and then grow or prosper, or in this ugly phase, and you've seen somebody blossom into something beautiful. And it's like, I keep getting that message as well. And with this lighthouse in the dark, it's almost like spirit here is like lighting the path for you, and it's though you're choosing to only see what's like, you want to be in the dark, but it's like there's this light here, but you're not wanting to like see. You still don't want to look. You know what I mean? And it's with this water energy, it's like there's so many emotions here that are like hidden, and I feel like You cannot make assumptions about other people or about certain situations that you don't know anything about, or people that you don't know anything about. This is about a misunderstanding. This is also about miscommunication. This is about making something clear, making something right, okay, with the whole repentance and, being honest about some type of communication or something here somebody wants to be honest about, or it's like you're gonna get to the bottom of some kind of truth here. But it's like either way, I also feel like because God knows everything, it's almost like somebody here already knew everything, and somebody here thought they were hidden, and they're not, and they never were. I also had gotten earlier today, a good parent disciplines their child. A good parent disciplines their child, and it's almost like somebody here is playing a role almost like a mother figure in a man's life. It's like you are this person's mother. You know what I'm saying? And it's like this person, this connection that you've had or you possibly have with this person is like a role of a mother, a role of a parent, or you love this person as a parent would love their child, as God loves his children. And it's like God has this unconditional love for us, and I feel like somebody here has unconditional love for a karmic, and whatever that relationship is between a child and a parent, it is just me being a parent. It's like I can relate to almost how God does love us as his children, because it's like, imagine how many times, but that also does not mean that God's going to, God is also a God of war, and he is a jealous God. And people forget about that shit. It's always like, oh, peace, love, and light. And it's like, no, bitch. God is not all peace, love, and light. He is extremely balanced between both. God does get angry. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, but that's also why he gives us free will as well. And it's like, God's also not going to deal with that kind of shit, I feel like. You know what I mean? Somebody here had a choice. They chose to sit in the shadow side, make excuses on why they're not doing whatever the fuck they're supposed to be doing. Or they, thought they were hiding. Like, God sees everything. You saw everything. It's like somebody here saw everything that you were doing, but it's like, I don't know, this karmic thought they were just getting away with shit, and they something about miscommunication. And it's like, had this miscommunication not happened, had this miscommunication, but it's like sometimes it I don't even want to say sometimes, the majority of the time, whatever lies are told, whatever miscommunication is told, these miscommunications and lies and whatever, they go on for years, especially when somebody's not communicating back or like trying to feed into whatever it is. It's like eventually the truth comes out, but it usually takes longer for the truth to come out versus how quick the lie was spread or how fast the miscommunication happened, and then the reactions and the chain reactions from that miscommunication goes on. All right, so this last card from this oracle deck, the Four Agreements, it's called Always Do Your Best. Stay in the present moment. Keep your attention on today and stay in the present moment. This is the beginning of a new understanding, a new dream. And it's like, you're not somebody, a karmic here is very much stuck in the past, and this is why they need to repent. This is why they need to let go of shit. And it's like there's a lot of energy projection. So even like today, it's like people don't realize energy projection is real. And so you can feel that, especially if you're somebody that's very sensitive to energy, you're very sensitive to, yeah, like just very sensitive to energy. And there's different kinds of projections, that people want to place on you or over you, illusions. So you have to be mindful, especially when somebody else can't let go of something. Even your reactions to things are reactions that they're thinking in like an opposite. It's weird. Like it's hard to explain. But it's, you need to stay focused, okay? For people that are not in this, in a karmic, very low vibing energy, it's like you need to stay focused on the present moment and not go too far back, because this is their energy. So when you find yourself going back, or you find yourself having these um feelings or whatever it is, it's their feelings, because they can't get past whatever they did to you. um and this is what's kind of, it's like, I don't want to say stagnating the energy, but it's like, if you're working on, self growth, you're aware of these things, it's like you're going to have to kind of work extra hard at maintaining like a high vibration, and making sure that you're staying present and you're not drifting, with these thoughts too far gone to where now you're in like this space from the past, because you're fine. Okay, but there was a lot of miscommunication, and it's like, regardless of this miscommunication, drama, war, whatever, spiritual warfare, fallouts, this is what these karmics are going through right now, collectively speaking. It's like they're going through something possibly even that you've already gone through, okay? But they're going through it now. And it's like, you've already left the building. You're like, bye. You've already left. You've already moved on. So it's like, by you staying present and even reading cards, I low-key, like, I was kind of glad, like, today when I was on TikTok or whatever, I knew that there was a lot of karmic energy, a lot of dark energy watching. And it's like, a lot of the energy that's coming up is things that have gone down in the past. So those things, it's like having to clear my energy. And I did end up getting like somebody reported the live or whatever. I got kicked off. And I really didn't care. Like, I was kind of glad that I did it, honestly, because I need to focus more on YouTube, I feel like, anyways. But it's like, I'm gonna be completely honest. It's like, I can feel that energy. So I know somebody was watching, because it's not new energy. It's old energy. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like these karmics are having to deal with shit that they did to you. Shit that they did from the past is now biting them in the ass. The jig is up. So it's like, whatever, but you've already moved on. So it's like they're trying to get back in your energy so you focus on the past. So it like stagnates shit for you. So it almost like wastes time in a sense. But there's a lot of like releasing here. So it's like, continue to do your shadow work if you are in the middle of still doing shadow work, or whatever it is that you, if you're not in doing shadow work and you feel like you need to do shadow work, fucking do your shadow work. Quit being lazy, quit making fucking excuses. All right, just be fucking real with yourself, for crying out loud. And it's like, somebody here as well, it's like, stay focused on staying grounded as well, because whatever you're doing, you're on the right path. Don't worry about anybody else who's trying to still jump on the bandwagon that's not truly healed. It's like, you're going to move forward. These people are wherever they're at on their journey. It's not really your place to stay behind, because they're codependent to your energy. So now that your energy has changed, now that you've let go, now that you're healing, now that you're healed, these people are like, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. It's almost like running after a car that's driving off. You're not going to catch it. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to catch it in time. It's like, you're going to have to take a bus, catch a ride later, or fucking, I don't know, walk. But it's like, these karmics are pretty much in that energy. It's like, your bus already been taken off. Your ride already been left. These are people that are stuck in the past. If you are stuck in the past, you still need to release some shit that you really got to do some deep rooted ass shadow, especially if you're in the end of it. Because I feel like a lot of endings are leading to new beginnings. Obviously, all endings lead to new beginnings. But you got to keep your attention on today and stay focused on today. Karmics, You're on here, bitch. I'm already knowing. You need to you need to like really seriously start being real with yourself, being honest with yourself, and start talking to God, because whatever the fuck you've been doing this whole time, it hasn't been working. It was a fucking illusion. I am horrible with analogies. Thank you though. You know what I'm saying? So be mindful. Let it go. Be honest. If you want to move forward, you really want to get out of that funk, you're gonna take my fucking advice and you're gonna move on, and you're gonna, I don't know, you're gonna realize it later. But yeah, somebody is just having a really hard time letting go of some shit. All right, let's see what's going on here. And I got a new mic too. So now that I have a microphone, I need a, yeah, I can't set my phone up really. But at least I got this mic, so shit's a little bit more clear, I'm hoping. Yeah, somebody here has not learned how to master their emotions. They're too all over the place. Okay. It's like they want to have this triumph. They want to look like they're, you know, overcoming shit. And they cannot master their fucking emotions. And it's like they're waiting. It's like they want you to wait, or they have been, I just feel like with this person on this horse here and this waiting game, it's almost like somebody here too. You guys can't see shit. It's almost like, hold on, let me see if maybe this helps. Sorry. I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's like, hold on, let me see if I can. This waiting game, and it's like, bitch, no one's waiting for that ass. Like, no one's gonna fucking run in and save your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, we're not doing that shit. It's like somebody here cannot master their fucking emotions. They just can't. This is also like, let me clean this shit. It's nasty. There. And this is also, it's almost like you could have waited on this person for a long time to get it the fuck together. And it's like you're still moving on. It's like you're still moving forward, whatever. And I feel like somebody here is like, you know, waiting on this victory and success. It's like this could really bother somebody. Yeah, it's like they can't take charge of their life. They feel like they can't get it the fuck together. You're seeing things from a whole nother perspective, a whole, like, new vitality. It's like it's obvious. You know what I'm saying? It's obvious that you're like something has changed within you. Like people notice this shit. Hold on, I need to put my phone down real quick so I can shuffle. But it's like people, you know, people are noticing this about you. This person is noticing this about you. They're seeing this change, and it's like they feel a little intimidated because it's like they can't master their emotions. They have no control over themselves, and it's because these demons have pretty much been taking over this person's body, because this person feeds into whatever desires they have of the flesh. They're not being honest with themselves. This is also somebody who doesn't make very wise decisions. And it's like they've been waiting because they're like thinking about how to make a decision here. They don't know which way to go. They're not sure which path to go down. And it's like they see you and you're sure of yourself. You're in control of yourself. And this pisses them off because they want to have control over you, but they don't even have control over their own fucking life. Like, bitch, how in the fuck is that? And it's like, you know, somebody here, look, you see this? You see how this person's like in touch with themselves? It's like this is them. This is their higher self. it's like somebody here really needs to get in touch with themselves. It's like if you have this person, it's like they're looking for like how to do what you're doing, or like how to, bitch, I'm telling you, talk to God about it. Ask questions, bitch. You want clear communication from the divine? All you gotta do is fucking ask. But don't sit here and say that no one helped you out, no one told you shit. Sacral chakra blockage. Somebody here could be seeing a lot of orange. This could even be orange, like prison jumpsuit. Sacral chakra. Okay, this is also about someone here just not having any success, and it's like there's no prosperity in this person's life because they're so passionate about making stupid ass decisions. And somebody here didn't think you were going to start over, or you weren't going to move on. Like, bitch, why would you think that? Why would you think that? Somebody's just going to want to sit around and wait around for your motherfucking smelly ass to get it the fuck together, bitch. No. Bye. You been missed the bus, bitch. You been missed your ride. And it's like, this is somebody that it's like you're just not on the same path as this person. This is also somebody that they never want to open up. They never want to heal. They never want to be vulnerable. Or it's like if they are, it's like bullshit because they want something or something. You know what I mean? Like, this is somebody who's just really, like, I hate to say it, but they're really fucking damaged. And it's like, if they want to change, cool, but it's really not your problem. You know what I'm saying? And this is somebody too that they're just not right in the fucking head. And with control here, look, open up in reverse, heal in reverse, crown chakra in reverse, control. This is somebody that they just want to control other people. Like I said, they don't have any control over themselves. And they keep making excuses on shit. And it's like, bitch, no. Express your love. Be impeccable with your word. Impeccability of the word can be measured by the level of self-love. If you love yourself, you will express that love in your interactions with others, and the action will produce like reactions. Okay? So this is also too, I feel like if somebody here was lying a lot, trying to hide shit a lot, it's like it's like they're receiving some kind of a reaction here for the things they've done. With that action produce a like reaction. So whatever action that you've taken, it's like you're going to get that reaction as well in a similar way or whatever. So it's almost as though they've expressed a lot of lies. The people around them lie. People around them are also seeing kind of like that this person doesn't love themselves in a negative aspect, I guess, of the card. But it's like, you could have done nothing but express something, express a lot of love to this person or show this person a lot of love. Your words hold weight. The things you say are important. So it's like, when you're just talking a bunch of bullshit to people, don't expect to get anything great out of it in the long run, because somebody here was planting really negative ass seeds. And now it's like they need to talk to God. Like, whatever their issue is, they got to take it up with God now, because God's already moved you to safety. It's like you've already been removed from the situation. Empress is showing itself too right now. It's like you've already moved out of the way. It's like God needed this shit to go down a certain way so that way you could get out of the way. Yeah, this person lied a lot. It's like somebody here lied a lot in a relationship to keep you in this wounded warrior energy all the fucking time. Magician. It's like somebody here wanted to dominate you by spreading a lot of lies. Knight of Swords in reverse. And it's like they're pissed off because you're standing in your power. And whatever this ending was that was supposed to happen for you, it's like it didn't happen. Or whatever endings here that were supposed to happen, it's like it got exposed. It got exposed, bitch. It really did. It's like whatever the fuck they thought was going to be over for you, it in fact wasn't. This person could have been using like word magic. Like I said, lies. It's word magic. I was listening to somebody on TikTok and they were saying even the word no. Even the word no is like a protection spell. And you'll see how pissed off people get when you tell them fucking no. You'll see how uncomfortable people get or triggered people get when you have to tell them no or turn them down or walk away. They will keep going and going and coming at you. And it's like, I'm telling you. And you're happy. And you're receiving equal give and take here. You're gonna, it's like, you're gonna be pulling in other people with this card that came out, and it says that reaction will produce a like reaction. So it's like expressing that love and your intentions with others, and that action will produce a like action. So whether this is a negative reaction or action or a positive one, it's like you're pulling in with the Queen and King of Cups out here and the Six of Pentacles. It's like you're literally expressing, I feel like too, even just out into the universe, like this is what you want. It's like, again, your words hold weight. So it's like the universe hears you. God hears what you're saying. If somebody was talking a lot of lies, slander, whatever, gossip, bullshit, it's like this is the only thing they're pulling in their life is lies, slander, gossip, drama, whatever. And it's like you're not pulling that kind of energy in. You're pulling in somebody who's just like you. And I feel like, you're also pulling in somebody that's going to give equal give and take here. Because you deserve it. You deserve fairness in your life, not bullshit. So whoever the fuck is like that you left in the past, that's fine. But they're going to have to stay there. It's like until they could figure it out. But whatever, it's like you guys are not on the same frequency. This is why you're not able to be reached, so to speak, or God is just completely like removing this person from your life. You're just not on the same path. You're not on the same page. And you will see when you tell people no, you're going to see. Yeah, all these secrets came out. Nothing's hidden about what this person was doing. Talking shit about you the way they were talking shit. Thinking they were going to... This person ain't getting shit. They don't got nothing good coming to that ass. Let me just tell you, until they open their mouth up and start talking to God, bitch. And that's just what it is. And start being fucking honest. Because somebody here's a damn liar. And they keep on missing the signs. This is one of the signs too. I don't know how many times God been trying to talk to reach somebody. And this person drinks a lot or they get loaded a lot. And this is why the fuck they can't have a new beginning. This is why the fuck they keep on losing money too. And this fucking karmic ass family dynamic as well. They're reaping what they sow right now. After they lied on this Queen of Cups. What's this? And now it's like, somebody here is being set free from a situation because they don't deserve to be in this situation. They've done their time, so to speak, spiritually speaking. It's like you've paid your karmic debts, you've paid your karmic dues. And this is somebody that it's like this is someone that's just gonna have to live with whatever it is that they did if they don't, they don't want to talk to God, and that's just what it is. Yeah, somebody here was trying to get back in your energy, like sneaking back in your energy or forcing their way into your energy. People are real nosy, it's like they want to know what you're up to, what you're doing, who you're with. They want to know about your relationship. It's like everybody wants to know about what you're up to, what you're doing. People feel like you're sneaking around with somebody, or it's like, you've been very low-key about your relationship, and these are people that are used to you being so open about what you're doing and who you're with and this and that. And somebody here too is trying to get you. It's like somebody here was trying to sneak back into your energy, and like they were happy when they thought they were doing this by setting you up with a karmic relationships, but like not want. It's like somebody was throwing rocks and hiding hands pretty much, and wanting you to be in a karmic ass fucking connection or relationship with somebody that wasn't your person. It's like they kept on trying to send people spirit, like sending spirits and other people like to you. But this shit ain't working. And it's like I'm fucking done. Anyways, good night, you guys. I'm fucking tired already. I'm done. I'm kind of like low-key tired of this fucking energy too. It's like gross. I don't know. Anyways, good night, you guys. I'll talk to you later. Peace.